just kind of to stimulate the discussion and just kind of show some consistency from one meeting to the next, and then hitting on that formative assessment also, because we're going to spend some time on formative assessment, getting them to think less.
So we meet at Peachtree, 7:30 every Friday. We got a good breakfast special. It's cheap, you know. And but we structure that time, and then we develop a facilitator who is going to organize that month's topics, push those topics out ahead of time. People can provide feedback if there's something urgent or needed. We can make adjustments to that to help provide feedback on that. And then we make commitments to one another that we're going to follow through with those specific agenda items. And then let's talk about instruction. That's probably the main focus of most of the things that we do. We get together, have a little bit of time to just talk about management, nuts and bolts, a little bit of that stuff. But then we really do focus around learning-centered conversations and how we're going to help push staffs to take risks instructionally.
And in order to get to a PLC, there has to be that trust embedded first. And I think what this process over the course of the last 2 years, what it's done is it's helped us understand what it takes to work with our own buildings that have their own level of readiness, and what things need to be in place, what activities or strategies we need to go through in order to get to that level of trust, so that they can operate in their professional learning teams. Because
this is a model for what we want our teachers to have. So we're very transparent about that we share that with our staff.
His plan on the page. I would have never thought about doing this in the way that Bill did it, and Jeff, and Curtis. So I put that together, and I presented it to the staff, and I share it with them every staff meeting. Where are we with this?
So we set up, monthly, who's the facilitator for this group, and we set up protocols about, this is what we're going to talk about. So Bill's the facilitator for this month, so he sent out an email that, hey, bring evidence around this. And so if you don't have that and build it in, it can turn into, like you saw at the beginning, it's live. We're all friends. We care about each other, and so it can turn into other things, which isn't bad. But it's not about instruction.
Well, the topic I had emailed you guys out is I called it "Walk the Talk," and it just was looking. We hadn't done it in a while. We've multiple times kind of hit on sharing where we were at in our buildings and just bringing some evidence of that. So. Just drilling real deep into the PT&L indicators, so that when we move our Bay Harmony for next year, I think we're going to shift it more from interdisciplinary observation partners to just within departments. So we're kind of working on what that.
I thought I had it, but then when I did my exit question, I realized that I needed to be a lot more specific on what I wanted that learning target to look like, because the evidence that I got, and I'm going to pass a few around here, from the students was a lot more general.
Organized and turning in your homework in a timely manner. But we'll use these trigger words with the kids, and hopefully that will move us to another position on our road to getting better.
It's a good push for you, but it might be a good push back to the staff about, here's what I am looking for, and here's what we're not getting. Here's.
Well, so when we meet next time, did you guys have a specific topic that maybe you want some input on going into? So what has really helped me as we've gone and done these informal walkthroughs or learning walks, whatever we are calling them within our specific buildings, that has helped me to be much better in terms of giving teachers specific feedback on improving instruction.
It's a stretch. Teacher was facilitating Q&A.
Yeah, I also said reviewing for the teacher.
Facilitating Q&A.
Would you get presenting? Did you guys put presenting?
I didn't.
Yeah, that kind of performance element.
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind of
true.
tied to that was the question I had around powerful teaching and learning. Indicator number 4, active participation. You know, that kind of
The one student definitely was active.
Yeah.
he had a lot of voice.
Really caught on district-wide is we've been inviting other principals to come do walkthroughs with us, elementary principals, middle school principals, president of the union, central office curriculum folks, and really bringing them on board to do walkthroughs and seeing what it's like at a comprehensive high school or VSSA or an alternative high school. I think the district has kind of started to see the benefit of collaboration that doesn't take extra resources, since there are no resources out there right now.
The ability of people to be honest about helping students and not being about my territory, my situation, what I'm about, and that embedding that through a purposeful collaborative process forces you in some ways early on to say, this is about kids at Vancouver Public Schools. Pretty much everything that I do as a principal has been a combination of the work of all of us.